I've had to unlearn certain things. If you say no, that doesn't mean that you're a mean person. Like, I'm allowed to choose myself without feeling guilt. The timeline of the world doesn't have to be my timeline. Love can be so soft and pure and gentle. One more thing. Hey guys, welcome back to another Yappings video. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about the things that I've unlearned so far in my 20s. I feel like your 20s is such a transformational phase in your life. I feel like by the time you reach 30, you're grounded, you know what you stand for. Like, you know, I wanted to really talk about what I've unlearned so far in my 20s, because who I am in my teenage years or even in my early 20s is not who I am right now. I've had to unlearn certain things, especially over the past 2 years or so, and this year especially. So I wanted to share with you guys what I've unlearned, and you can let me know in the comments what you guys have unlearned in your 20s too, because life is about growing and about learning new things and about unlearning things as well, because not everything that we bring with us over the years is good things, you know. So let's get started. So the first thing that I really started to unlearn, especially this year, is hustle culture and the fact that the hustle isn't equal to my worth. I'm somebody who normally, if I nah kill up myself, if I nah do 10 million things, like if I nah work 24/7, like I used to feel like I was doing nothing. I used to feel like I was doing absolutely nothing, and like I used to tie my worth to how much I was doing in life or how well it appeared that I was doing in life. The more I get older is the more I've started to unlearn that, because productivity is good, yes, but in all things in life there has to be a balance. And I've come to realize that it's okay to just relax. Like, you know, if you're hustling and busting every second of the day, like it's okay to take a break and relax. Like, it's okay to not work yourself to the bone. It's okay to not be burnt out. And you know, you don't have to prove that you're valuable by constantly burning out and by constantly hustling. Like, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a rest, you know. The second thing I've had to unlearn, and I've said this to you guys in a Yappings video before, is that it's okay to say no. If you say no, that doesn't mean that you're a mean person. I used to always think that, oh my gosh, you know, say if X asks me for the Y, you know, I can't say no, because I don't want to feel away, I don't want to feel away, or like, that's how I used to think. But that's me thinking with a people-pleasing mentality, and that's me forgetting that I have free will, and I can say no if I don't want to do something, you know. And as I said, that's coming from my need to please people. And as I said, the more I've grown, the more I've outgrown it, and the more I've become comfortable with saying no. And one area where I think that I would struggle sometimes in saying no is like, sometimes it's hard to say no to your family or even your parents. It's hard to say no. You don't want to do something because you don't want to disappoint them, or you don't want them to feel like, you know, certain instances would normally be so hard for me to say no. But I've become more comfortable in my no, and I've become more comfortable in just saying no. And that, I think, is such a blessing, because that has allowed me to cater to my needs as well. So if I don't want to do something, I just don't do it. Like, I'm allowed to choose myself without feeling guilt. I'm allowed to be like, okay, no, I don't feel like doing this today, and it's okay. And it took me a long time to learn that. Like, I only learned that this year. And I'm 26. Like, it took me a long while to learn that, like, it's okay for you to just say no. So the third thing that I've learned, and I feel like it's really important, is that the goal was never to be perfect. Like, things don't have to be perfect, and in all truth and in all honesty, things are not going to be perfect, because perfect isn't real. And it's okay for things to be messy. It's okay for things to be, you know, raw and just not perfect, because that's life. Life in and of itself isn't a perfect thing. So many things happen, and I feel like I used to try to strive for perfection or the appearance of perfection, but like, it's just not real. Next thing that I've learned, and we've spoken about this, is that the world's timeline isn't my timeline, and that is okay. So if you guys remember, either early this year or late last year, I made a video talking about how, like, like, what am I doing in life? So I was like, I have nothing going on right now, and I should. I'm 26 years old, so like what's going on? So from then until now, I've had a change in perspective, and it's still in my ear sometimes, but more and more I'm accepting that the timeline of the world doesn't have to be my timeline. And I'm really unlearning comparing myself to other people, because I am Arian, and Arian's journey is different from everybody else's journey, and that's okay. Like, I remember I used to be online and see everybody posting about house and car and London, boy and Pitney and family and marriage, and I'm like, okay, what about Ari though? When's that gonna happen for me? I've learned that all I have to do is just trust God, and everything is being done in its own timing and nothing before time. The next thing that I've learned, and I mean, it's something that I think I knew in theory, but I never really like met it. One thing I've learned, and I strongly believe now, is that love shouldn't hurt. And I know you may look at me and be like, Ari, didn't you know that? But hear me out. I am somebody who I like to stay and try. I used to believe that's okay. I thought you have to go through the worst, and you have to go through the struggles and the this and the that for it to be a good relationship, and you have to... No. The man I'm with right now, I've never felt a love so easy. Love doesn't have to be a struggle, and love doesn't have to hurt. It doesn't have to be hard. That is a misconception that I had. I'm sad for my younger self because she thought that, and that could have been why I've stayed in certain situations for longer than I should have. But genuinely, I've now learned that love can literally be so easy. It is so easy to love my boyfriend. Like, it is so easy. It feels so natural. I don't even know how else to explain it. It just feels so natural. It's like second nature, and that's how love should be. And honestly, I don't know if I would have fully understood this without this relationship, because in all honesty, love does not have to hurt. Love can be so soft and pure and gentle. One more thing that's kind of linked into something I spoke about before is that I've learned that it's okay not to know. Like, it's okay not to have any idea of what you're doing at this moment in time and just trying to get through life. Like, that's completely okay. Like, it's okay to take things day by day, and it's okay to not know what comes next. Eventually you'll figure it out, but there's no need to put pressure on yourself to constantly, because I remember when I left medical school, and even up to now it's a constant, and I hate getting the question because I don't know what's next. But like, I hate getting asked, oh, so you're gonna go in the program and this. I don't know. And it's okay to not know. Like, it's completely okay to not know. And I wish more persons understood that. I feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves to know, and it's okay to not know what is next. It's okay to live life in the moment and then figure out things later. And one thing I'm really proud of myself for this year in particular is I have been choosing peace. I don't think people understand how lovely peace is. This year, even though this year has been a struggle for me in other areas, but this year I think is the best my mental health has been in a very long time. And that is because I have chosen peace. And I've chosen peace in family, in friends, in my partner, just in my job, just in life overall. Like, I'll always choose peace, because there's nothing like peace of mind. There's nothing like peace of mind. And when I was in internship and like even medical school, my SHO year, even before that, I feel like I have not known peace. I feel like I have not known peace because I've always been trying to prove myself with some exam, and I feel like I just have not known peace since then. And right now, at this moment in time, I'm experiencing so much peace, and I'm just so grateful. It is such a blessing for me to hate to go to work, or for me to be able to hone my content skills and to go further in my content skills. Like, it's a blessing. These things bring me peace. My content brings me peace. How I have my medical job going right now is bringing me peace. Like, there are moments when I'm overwhelmed a little bit, but I'm still at peace. And I genuinely am so grateful to God, because it took me a while to get here. If you look at my vision board, one of my needs and wants for this year was to find a balance and to just be at peace. So I'm saying all of this to say, I just rambled on a while ago. I'm saying all of this to say that one thing that I've had to not unlearn but learn is that it's okay to choose peace and not chaos. It's okay for your nervous system to not be at a 10 every single time. It's okay to be at peace. It's okay to not be warring with yourself and with other people. Like, it's absolutely okay. And after a while, your body is in such a state of fight or flight that it's all you know. But after a while, once you've experienced peace and you've experienced the peace for an extended period of time, you realize that, okay, this is how life should feel. This is how things should be for me. And after that, you just can't go back. So that's something that I've learned. And I am so grateful that I'm at the point now where I've learned that. Because if it's anything, are we going to choose our peace of mind? Not us. Are we going to choose our peace of mind? And that's just facts. So, with all that being said, thanks for watching this Yappings video. I got a bit a while ago, but I'm just so passionate about all these things that I've unlearned and learned that I had to share it with you guys, because I want you guys to know that it's not too late to unlearn things, and it's not too late to learn things too. And I want you guys to just share with me in the comments if you guys have unlearned or learned anything that you think is valuable, or if you agree with anything in the comments. Let's chat, you know. But thanks so much for watching this video. I'm really proud of this video, so I hope you guys liked it. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.